TV and radio, I think that there's more of a sincerity and more accountability on radio because people are more finely tuned to what it is you're saying. And a prime example, I think the same to be said with written word, where you have the opportunity to write things out, you can think them out, but when you read a transcript of someone's speech, and we already mentioned Barack Obama, I challenge my listeners, if you've seen a speech and you're moved, which if you have a heartbeat, you have to acknowledge the man is a pretty rare speaker. But if, from a political standpoint, if you read his speeches rather than listen or watch his speeches, there are a lot of people who walk away with a different interpretation of what that speech was and what was said. And so I think that in radio, I think there's a tighter bond, a relationship that goes between the people that are on a microphone and the listeners, because you don't have any confusion. Well, I won't say there's not any confusion, because certainly I understand that no matter what you say, there's people who will hear what they want to hear. We experience that from time to time, but it's an interesting observation, because when we started putting a webcam into the studio, I know that it did affect me at first, wondering, oh, well, people are going to be able to tell when I'm just trying to stir the pot. If I'm just trying to play devil's advocate and I'm laughing, or sometimes if a caller calls in, and everyone who listens to the program for any amount of time, there are the callers that will make you just pull your hair out. I don't care what political philosophy you have or what your background is, there is going to be some point where someone is on the air calling in where you are absolutely livid, screaming at your radio.